Before LASIK, I had contacts and glasses for about ever since high school. So I would say more than 12 years. And it wasn't a struggle until I got to grad school and I was exercising a lot more. And it was getting to the point where the glasses were putting too much pressure on my head. I was getting headaches most of the time. When I was exercising, the sweat got into my glasses and it just made things kind of annoying per se. But before choosing Clearview, I had 3 spots in mind because I like to do a little research before I go into anything else. And the first one that was the closest was actually Clearview. And I did my research. I looked up Dr. Feldman. Just saw a lot of great reviews, and you can't really go wrong with any free consultations. But I had specific requirements or questions that I needed to hit before I made a decision. The whole process of them getting me to, talk about my eyesight, them listening to my story, that was the biggest one. And they just knocked it right out the park. And I was just set. I was sold like the first 20 minutes in, and I just chose to schedule it right away on that day of. I wasn't scared per se on the day of the consultation because, like I said before, I did my research prior, and I knew what I was getting into. I knew all the side effects that could potentially happen, so I knew the risks going into it. But the heartwarming, the sense of comfort that they gave me, and it just made you feel like they were right there next to you, like every step of the way until the day of the actual surgery. I just felt comfortable. Yeah. So,
And how soon after the surgery did you notice an improvement in your eyesight, and how did that affect your day-to-day life? How did that make you feel?
I saw an improvement right away. I'd say like 2 hours post-surgery. I mean, right after, yes, I was able to see quite a bit, but getting used to the dryness and all was kind of a hassle. But 2 hours afterwards, I was able to see clearly without my glasses. And what was the second point?
How did it affect your day-to-day life, your activities?
Day to day, I think the biggest thing that I could say is that prior I always had my glasses on because contacts were getting a little bit expensive. And while I'm out and about, I always put my hands up I feel like I have to adjust my glasses, and I keep thinking, oh, that's right, I have my surgery done. So it made a huge impact on my life, especially going into the medical field, going to the physical therapy field. I know I'm going to be very active, and something that was bothering in my life was my glasses, and figuring out if I have to get it cleaned, if something breaks and I have to go somewhere. It just made my day-to-day kind of a hassle.
And what would you say to people that are considering getting LASIK with Clearview?
I mean, do your research before going into LASIK or thinking about getting surgery done. Do your research for sure, and get your consultation. If it doesn't fit with you for the consultation, there's always other places, but Clearview, they really do try their best to comfort you and get all your questions answered. I don't think there was any step of the way that made me feel uncomfortable or confused. Everything was just answered perfectly, and I walked right out feeling very confident.